Greetings. Greetings and welcome to Wonderful Wednesday, April 15th. This day is also known as Tax Day in the United States. So welcome to another day of Storytime. It's also the birthday of my cousin, KJ Tinsley. So happy birthday to KJ. So we're here today with another day to share stories with you. And again, I'm Dr. Helen Tinsley. And this is actually day 31 of Storytime with Dr. Tinsley. And I'm here to share stories with you again. My hope is to bring calm to the chaos, to bring stability to the storm, and to bring comfort to the soul. So that's my goal in sharing stories. I hope that each story touches you, calms you, soothes you, makes you laugh, makes you feel good, and just gives you time to unwind from the day-to-day pressures and stresses that we're dealing with during this coronavirus shutdown. So I have two stories today. The first one is a folk tale from Thailand, and it's called The Girl Who Wore Too Much. And it's retold by Margaret MacDonald. And they also have text in the book in the Thai language. The Girl Who Wore Too Much. Oh, sorry. Ari's parents gave that girl everything she wanted. They showered that girl with gifts. Ari, those golden ears would look so attractive on your dainty ear. We must buy them for you. Ari, that silver bracelet would look so lovely on your little arm. We must buy it for you. Ari, that ruby ring would look so sweet on your slender finger. We must buy it for you. And to point out, at the bottom of each page is the text in Thai. So for those of you, this is what their text looks like. And whenever they saw an especially beautiful silk, they would cry, "Oh, Ari, you would look so lovely in that color. We must buy it for you." Ari's room was stuffed with boxes of jewels and chests full of silk. Then she heard of a dance in the village beyond the mountains. Now I can show off my fine clothes. But which color shall I wear? The pink, the fuchsia, the scarlet, the sky blue, or aquamarine? Maybe violet, deep purple, magenta, maybe chartreuse, or emerald green. I think I'll wear the pink. She put on a basin of bright pink silk, but there was a green the color of emeralds. This green is so elegant, perhaps I could wear them both. So she quickly put the green right on top of the pink. Now I can show off two of my silks. Still, this fuchsia is brightest of all. I think I'll wear it too. And putting the fuchsia on top of the green, she twirled around and around. I'm going to be the most beautiful girl at the dance. This chartreuse is especially gorgeous. And look at this bright blue. No one has silk as expensive as mine. Why not? I'll wear them too. The aquamarine, the violet, and this purple with threads of pure gold. With all of my dresses, I'm certain to be the most beautiful girl at the dance. And putting dress over dress, the vain girl had chosen them all. Wearing all of those heavy dresses, Ari could hardly move. They are a bit heavy, but look at me, the most beautiful girl at the dance. Now, which bracelet shall I wear? The gold? Yes. The silver? Of course. The jade? My favorite. And my rings? The ruby? The sapphire? The emerald? The pearl? The opal? Oh, yes. Soon she was wearing every piece of jewelry she owned. Just then her friends arrived. Ari, you look. They didn't know what to say. Ari stumbled from her house wearing silks, rings, bracelets, earrings. She could hardly walk, but she was proud. Just look at my beautiful clothes. Just look at my gold and jewels. I am certain to be the most beautiful girl at the dance. Ari looked so silly. Her friends tried not to laugh. They started off with a dance, but Ari could not keep up. Soon she was huffing and puffing. Wait for me, wait for me. I can't get up the hill. Her friends came back to help. We could push you up the hill. Don't push, you'll wrinkle my dresses. We could pull you up the hill. Don't pull, you'll soil my silk clothes. So the girls left Ari and went on. Ari stumbled along for a while, but soon, wait for me, I can't get up the hill. Her friends came back once more. Ari, take off your bracelets, take off those heavy rings, take off some of those dresses, then you could climb the hill. You're just jealous of my fine clothing, that I won't be the most beautiful girl at the dance. Ari refused to take off anything at all, so her friends left her there and they went on to the dance without her. All day in the hot sun, Ari trudged up the hill. By nightfall, she had just reached the top. There she stopped, stuck in her heavy clothes, too exhausted to take another step. When her friends returned from the dance, Ari was too tired to move. By the time they had fetched her parents, Ari was vain no more. Mother, father, I wore too much. I don't need all these clothes. Then take off some of your dresses. Take off those heavy jewels. We have taught you to want too much. You must learn to be happy with less. So jewel by jewel, dress by dress, Aria gave away all of her things. And the next time she went to a dance, she was lovely in one simple dress. And that, my dear children, is the end. So it's really a book, The Girl Who Wore Too Much, about appreciating what we have and not wanting more than we need. I think that's a good book and a good lesson for this time in our society of where we're at. Hi, Catherine. How are you, my friend? My second book is called Mama and Papa Have a Store. Story and pictures by Amelia Lowell Carling. And hello to all that may be watching. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Mama and Papa have a store. Clip, clop, clop. I hear the milkman and his mule cart. He rings our bell and leaves 2 bottles at the door. Excuse me. Clip, clop, clop. The mule goes down the street. The church bells ring, the roosters crow. My brothers and sisters leave for school. The day begins like this. This is a Guatemalan story, so you'll see Spanish writing. On the stores, you can see the names of the stores in Spanish. Mama and Papa have a store, a Chinese store in Guatemala City. They sell buttons, ribbons, thread, and cloth. They sell paper lanterns, plastic balls, firecrackers, and perfume, needles, white gloves, tablecloths, bottles of soy sauce. There's everything in my parents' store. It smells of flowers and of the freshly swept moist sawdust they use for cleaning the tile floor. Mama knits without looking down and talks with the customers in Spanish. They call her Donna Graciela, but in Chinese, her name means lady who lives in the moon. Papa at his desk adds and subtracts with his abacus. He is Don Rodolfo in Spanish, and in Chinese, his name means fragrant pond. From the stoop, I watch the street. Buenos dias. John Chu sets up pictures of saints along the wall. I look for the one that shows good people led by angels toward heaven and bad people led by devils toward the flames of hell. El Ciego, the blind man, sells lottery tickets. I've seen Mama choose her lucky numbers and buy 10 tickets at a time. Once she won the rolling cart that she keeps in the dining room. La Chiclera, the candy woman, arranges 5 neat rows of sweets in a wooden box. When Mama and Papa let me have 5 centavos, I buy enough to fill my pockets. Santiago and Maria and their daughter Elsita are here today. They've come in a bus from an Indian village far away. I've heard them tell Mama that they, like their parents and their grandparents before them, lived on the edge of a lake surrounded by 3 volcanoes. Imagine that. They come to buy thread to weave their clothes. Mama leans over the counter and looks at the rows and rows of colored strands arranged like schools of fish in glassy water. In imperfect Spanish, she says parrot green, sky blue, pomegranate red, fire orange, loud magenta, and mango yellow. Those are the colors from the rainforest that we want. She will weave deer, birds, rabbits, and jaguars into new clothes. I know because with my eyes, I've often played games on the patterns woven into the clothing of the Indians who come to the store. Stain maroon, iguana green, ocean blue, sunset yellow. Those are the colors from the marshes that we want. She will weave water, thunder, lightning, and flowers into new clothes. Volcano purple, maize yellow, hot pepper red. Those are the colors from the cornfields that we want. She will weave boys with straw hats and girls with baskets on their head. Don Chima, the Chinese bean curd seller, brings fresh tofu. Mama buys some and invites him to sit down for a cup of tea poured from a thermos, the kind she sells in the store. Mama, Papa, and Don Chima shout loudly in Chinese, laughing and shouting. They talk about 9 rivers, their hometown in China, who stayed, who left, how fresh the fish was, and which dishes they haven't had since they fled more than 15 years ago, and how they lost their homes in a terrible war. They complain how slow the mail is for sending money back. It's time to close for lunch. Nina, Beto, Mando, Chiki, and Adolfo are back from school. The Indian family leaves to eat and nap at the marketplace a block away. We'll eat right here because we live in the back of the store. Mama's already in the kitchen cleaning fish, slicing hot peppers, mincing meat with 2 cleavers. Taka taka chomp, taka taka chomp. Betta calls us to feed the goldfish in a pila, a pool of water in the middle of our patio. The fish hide among the plants in the bottom, but dart out of the deep green when the breadcrumbs fall on the water. The fire roars in the wood-burning stove. Food sizzles in the wok, and Mama sets dish after dish next to a pile of corn tortillas. Mama, Papa, and Don Chima, who often stays for lunch, talk about uncles, aunts, and friends and cousins from 9 Rivers, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. There are people and places so far away. I know of them only by the old photographs and pictures on the calendars hung around the house. But my brothers and sisters and I don't pay much attention. We're eager to finish eating and go up to the roof terrace. La Teresa is an old rickety staircase near the kitchen. That's where Papa plants roses and Chinese lilies in leftover wooden crates and has a miniature landscape of a cement mountain with little pagodas and red goldfish that swim around it. This is the famous Yellow Mountain in old China, he says. I imagine climbing the steep cliffs and getting lost among the craggy rocks, but how wonderful to cross a moon bridge and rest beside a pagoda. We climb the roof. It's safe to climb on. With candles, Nina, Pito, Manzi, and I rub wax on the tin roof. Then with cardboard sleds, we glide again and again, laughing and spilling against the wall at the bottom. A gray cloud moves in and sprinkles rain. There's a rainbow in the sunny sky. But Mama calls my brothers and sisters to go back to school. Don Chima has gone home. Mama puts powder and lipstick on her face. Papa puts on a jacket and opens the store again. The Indian family is already waiting at the door. Buenos tardes. People come and go in the long afternoon. Dark, dark clouds sweep in quickly, taking the sun away and letting large raindrops fall hard on the tin roof. Pong, pong, pong. The sound above my head rises, then softens, then rises. Papa flicks on the lights. It's already dark at 3 in the afternoon, he says. The rain pelts the roof. It's so loud people have to raise their voices to be heard. When my brothers and sisters come home from school, we make paper boats and float them down the street. Then they set up their books on the counter and do their homework. Suddenly, the lights go out. That's what happens when it rains a lot. Papa gets the gas lamps and pumps them while we hold the flashlights. He hangs the lanterns above the counters, and with our fingers, we make large shadow puppets. Mama goes to the kitchen to make supper by lantern while Papa minds the store. Suddenly the lights come back. Santiago and Maria tie their boxes of thread into bundles. He carries one on his back. She and Elcita each carry one on her head. They must hurry to catch the last bus back to their village. It's time to begin closing the store. The rain slows to a drizzle. Santiago, Maria, and Elcita are the last to leave. Buenas noches. Papa covers the display window out in front. Then he closes all the doors and pulls the iron gate shut. Click, clack, clack. Papa counts money with his abacus. On a small black stone, he grinds black ink, and with a Chinese brush, he writes Chinese words in columns from right to left on the soft paper of his accounting book. Mama finishes her knitting. My brothers and sisters are inside getting ready for tomorrow. I sing and dance on the tile floor. I'm sure Papa and Mama watch out of the corner of an eye. Click, clack, clack. This is how the day ends. And that is the story of Mama and Papa Have a Store. So I hope you enjoyed the stories for today. I see a few people. I see Aunt Carol. I told you I can't see everybody that logs on while you're there. I see Nadine and Kamika. I'm trying to see if I can see better on my phone while I'm talking to you. But because I wanted to acknowledge people, I see Kamika. I thank people for sharing the stories. I thank people for watching the stories. I appreciate that because it's all about supporting the children. And yes, Catherine, I do think it's important to bring calm to the chaos. And stories for me have always had a way of transporting me. So I can lay on the couch with a book, which I'm getting ready to do when I leave you, curl up with my blanket, and forget the reality of what we're dealing with for a moment. So sometimes we need a respite from the day. Excuse me. And then this time we need a respite from the negative news of coronavirus. So keep in mind, stories bring calm to chaos. And they're like a healing balm to the soul. If you're not into stories, if you're not into reading, if that has not been a source of contentment and joy for you, try it. Try it. It works. So again, hi, Kamika. Hi, Angel. Hi, Nadine. Hi, Aunt Carol. Hi, Catherine. I love you too, sweetie. My sister Kamika. And to all the children watching, I love you. Okay? My heart has always been with you children. So in this time, you stay strong. We're going to get through this all together. I know for some kids, it's pretty scary right now. You can't go out. You're seeing your family wearing a mask over their face. It's not to be scared. It's to be safe. We're all being safe. Your parents or your family are telling you don't touch things. If you go out, wear your mask. Listen to them. Because we're trying to keep our bodies safe and keep everybody healthy. So with that said, I love you. Be well. Be safe. Find what works for you to make you happy, to bring you joy, to bring you comfort and relax you. And I will see you tomorrow at the same time, same place, 5 o'clock on Facebook Live, Stories with Dr. Tinsley. Peace.